Hi, welcome back to Christine's Home Affairs. It's time now for my 3-monthly update. So what I'm going to share with you now are the sales I've made in my handmade range for the last 3 months. Everything that I'm about to show you is made with fabric that I've rescued or been given, whether it be from deceased estates, things like that. So I haven't had to purchase any fabric at all. And that helps me bring some of my costs down as well. There's quite a few surprises in here. There's a couple of new things that have made the list. I'm excited to show you what I've sold in the last 3 months, and no guesses for what's going to come first again this quarter. For those of you that have been following me, you'll know what it is. So let's get started. I'll give you my top 10 sales for the last 3 months. At the end of the video, I'll give you the comparison figures for the same period last year. Really interesting. At number 10, I have 2 products that share the 10th spot, and one of them has never made the list before, so I'm really happy about that. This is the giant utility bag, or the DOP style bag. I haven't even got many left in the shop. For some reason, these have just really taken off in the latter part of the year. So they're a nice big giant utility bag, and they've got a double zip on them and lots of room on the inside. So they're fully lined as well. I sold 6 of those, which earned me $175. I sell them for $35 each. I'm making up another batch at the moment in some more masculine colours as well. But ladies have been using them for their knitting and craft bags. The other thing that we've got at number 10 are my crossbody bags. Now I have 3 different styles here, and they've all been selling equally well. So there's a narrow one with a zip at the top, made with sample swatch fabric. This one here also made with sample swatch fabric, and that's just got a magnetic clasp at the top. And then this one here is the latest one that I've been selling. It's only been in the shop for about a month, and I've sold I think 3 of these ones already. So this one has a zip in the top and the handles on opposite sides at the front and the back. And it's a little bit bigger as well. Crossbody bags, I've sold 6 of them, and they've earned me $210. This one here sells for $40, and the others sell for $30. So number 10, the utility bags and the crossbody bags. I'm glad they're both on the list. At number 9 are my vinyl bags. I have a few different styles of vinyl bags. This one here being the simplest. It's unlined. It's just a piece of vinyl, no lining at all, and I haven't had to overlock the edges. Not with vinyl, you don't really need to. This one I sell for $20. I've sold a few of those. I have those in green and this rust colour. But this one here and this one, they're both made using those vinyl swatch samples. So they're just rectangular strips of fabric put back together again. This one is my most popular seller. I've sold 8 all up, and that has earned me $265. The big one here I sell for $55. The smaller one for $35. I have these ones on my website, which also helps with the sales. That was number 9. Number 8, we have the chapstick holders. So the chapstick holders are fairly new to the shop. They've only been in there for probably a couple of months. They've got little swivel clips on the top. They hold a tube of chapstick inside. These are super quick to make, and as I discovered this morning, they'll even hold a reel of cotton. So how cool is that if you take something like that to your craft group next time, or you just want a spare reel of cotton in your bag, you can have a chapstick holder or a thread holder. These ones I sell for $10 each, or 2 for $15. I didn't really want to have an $8 price tag on my products, so to encourage people to buy 2 at a time, I've made it $15 or $10 each. I've sold 9 all up, and that's earned me $70. And these are just using scraps of fabric that I have left over in my stash. I'll pop a video link to all of these products in the comments section below, so if you want to have a look at how they're made or make them yourself, there'll be a link in the description. Number 7, I'm really pleased that these have made the list. These are my Tapestry bags. A little while back I showed you how I did 35 of these bags in one go, and I've also done an individual video for the tutorial for this bag. But these are made out of sample swatch fabrics, one piece, and they're lined as well. And I took a punt and put a price tag of $30 on them. Normally I would group these with my normal zippered bags, but I wanted to see how these ones went on their own. So these Tapestry bags, I've sold 9, and that has earned me $270. I sell them for $30 each. I have them on my website and I sell them in the shop as well. So I have sold quite a few of them through the website. I'm super excited about these ones, having made the list on their own. So one of our regular items has made it to the list again. These Helping Hands card holders, just 2 DVDs. I actually now use 4 DVDs, so I use 2 on each side to give it a little bit more strength. But I sell these for $15 each. Over the past few months I haven't had that many in stock, so sales were down a little bit for these, but I did just make up another dozen of them. I've sold 10 and that's earned me $160. Buttons are all salvaged from deceased estates and clean-outs that Chris and I do, and the fabric is all remnants or things that I found along the way. I also do them with the upholstery fabric. That was the Helping Hands card holders. Number 5, they always make it to the list, my shoe bags. I just did a giveaway of these over Christmas, which you would have seen in the last couple of videos. Shoe bags, they're so easy to make. Wine bottle gift bags, craft bags, can be used for anything. They're completely expandable, so they'll open out and you can fit a pair of shoes and a wine bottle at the same time. Ask me how I know this. I've made a couple of hundred of these since I started selling them. The shoe bags, I've sold 10 of them in the last 3 months, and that's earned me $180. They're always a good product to have in the shop. Next are the boxed bags. Now I have boxed bags in lots of different sizes. So this tiny little one, I try to use up whatever fabric I can. And then I have something a little bit larger. This one's done with quilting cotton, and this one's done with denim and upholstery fabric samples along the top. This size is my most popular seller, and although this is really soft and floppy, it doesn't have any stabilizer in it, it's actually my best seller. All up I've sold 11 of them, which has earned me $230. Now they range in price from $35 for this bag to $15 for the little one. We're nearly at the end. At number 3, we have our zippered bags. I have lots of different sizes in these. I generally just group all of them together, along with things like those big Tapestry bags. So these are all made with sample swatch fabrics. Most of them are a flat pouch. Some of them are boxed. A couple of different colours in those, and they're all fully lined as well. So these are really popular, and in the last quarter they actually beat my normal number 1 product. These have come in at number 3 this time, and I've sold 15 of them, and that's earned me $260. The prices vary. I think I have some that are $5. They're unlined tiny little bags. $30 for the larger one, $25 for this one, and $15 for that one. So they all vary depending on how long they take me to make and what kind of hardware is in there, because I do have to pay for things like zips and labels. Number 2 are my puppy poo pouches. These haven't before been so high on the list, but my puppy poo pouches, or doggy do bags, they've got an eyelet on one side so that you can dispense your paper, and a zip on the other side, and they've just got a swivel clip that hangs onto the dog lead. These have been really popular in the shop over the past couple of years. They've never quite made it to number 2 on the list, but this time around I sold 17 of them, which earned me $255, and I sell these at $15 each. So these I usually have on my website as well. A lot of them are one-off colours because I just use scrap fabrics. Number 1. Well, number 1 is our old favourite, isn't it? It's the supermarket shopping bags. I've made close to 4,000 of them now. They're just an unlined tote. These are my 3 favourite colours. They're all made with upholstery fabric. Some years back, I received nearly 6 tonnes of fabric in 2 truckloads. It was going to landfill, all brand new, but the company needed to make room in their warehouse, so they gave me all their fabric. I'm about to get some more in the next few days, but not so much. As I said, I've made almost 4,000 of these. I usually have a couple of hundred in stock in the shop. I have them on my website as well and hanging up out the front of the shop. These are fantastic at the end of the year as Christmas bags. People put all their Christmas gifts in there instead of wrapping their gifts. But these were originally designed as supermarket shopping bags, and they've done really well for me. This time around I sold 53 bags, and that has earned me $805 for that 3-month period. So that was pretty good. I've done the tally up of everything that I've sold over the last 3 months. Now, what I've shown you have only been my top 10 sellers, but there are a lot more items that I have in the shop. I've done my comparison to this time last year, and it was interesting to see that this time last year I only had 13 different products in my shop. Now I have over 30 different products in my shop, so I couldn't believe when I did a count back exactly how much I had in the store. And I think that's what's helped with my sales as well, is that I don't just have a couple of different products for people to choose from. There's a huge range of products in there. So the total amount of sales that I've done for the year, for October, November, December, the previous year I did 148 items, $2,395 in sales. This year, we've still got the first 2 months without most of those tourists, but the tourist park finally opened up a few weeks ago, which just made December a crazy month. I sold 201 items with sales totaling $3,656. So that, compared to the previous year, was an amazing difference. Over 50 items more and an extra $1,400 on the same period last year. I think the other thing that helps too is that I have so many more products in the shop. Rather than having 13 items like I had last year, I've now got over 30 items. Gives people a lot more choices. The biggest contributing factor to all of my sales are my labels. So every one of my products has a label on it. It says Handmade in Nagambie, Stitch This is the name of my business. And then it's got a shameless link to my website on the bottom of the label in case somebody else wants to buy the product later. But the labels have been the best thing that I could ever have done for any of my products. I've mentioned before that I hardly sold anything before putting those labels on. And even though they're not particularly pretty labels, they have the name of the town on here and the name of my shop. And I often hear people come in and say, and this happened just a couple of days ago, look at all of these things that have got Nagambie written on them. They make a great souvenir to take home. It was really nice to hear those comments from people. So if you're sewing to sell, put labels on everything. I hope you found my sharing of sales with you really helpful. I've collated all the data for the sales that I've made for one full year, and I have a comparison to the previous year. So if you want to see that video, that will come up next week. So for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall catch you next time. Bye for now.